So anytime Paul O'Sullivan gets a chance, he talks about the Louis Vuitton bags that Massamola and Kwanazi received from an international trip with a police supplier. And he also talks about the police slush fund. Yes. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Finally, we get to hear how much is an informer paid. Listen to this clip. I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
You refer to misinformation about informers being paid only 3,000 rand. Can you clarify how informer payments are actually determined, authorized, and audited? I mean, our people are not working out there, and some of them might benefit the country for actually being part of this arrangement here. How do you pay them? How much are they being paid? Are you at liberty to share that with us?
An informer can be paid as much as the informer can sell, the value of what the informer is selling. So it's not a predetermined, there is no predetermined price as to how much. It's always the principle of value for money, like we do with our own private budgets. We apply the same principle. So it won't be easy because there is a checklist that each application has to go through as to the value of that information that was sold and we bought it.
Well, thanks, General.
I can tell you, Paul O'Sullivan is not going to like that answer. Basically, as much as you want. That's literally what the general said. Well, technically, it's a negotiation. How much is your information worth? So, an informer can be paid as much as the informer can sell. How much are you going to give to the police? I thought it was quite ironic that the question that was asked by Inkatha Freedom Party is, people are not working right now. This could be an interesting avenue for them to pursue. Sir, are you suggesting people start being informers as a solution to unemployment? Let's discuss that in the comment section. But most importantly, how much are they paid? There is no predetermined price from the slush fund. That sounds like hanky-panky business Paul is never going to accept. But the general does say, how valuable is your information? It's got to be good value for the money that you're going to be paid. Basically, it's unlimited. So let me tell you something. If you have some information, the follow-up question actually should have been, how do you become an informer? Where do you go to become the informer? How do you say, you got to pay me first? Those are all critical questions that I thought, were missed. But with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'm going to add this addendum. This is just my opinion. I thought it was ironic that they said this, but I was already of this opinion, but I was keeping it to myself because I can't prove it. I can't prove it. Especially when the detective in the DJ Juarez case is on the stand and he's being cross-examined with regards to the CCTV footage and how they came to the conclusion that, Victor Majola, accused number 1, is in the dock, is the suspect, is the mastermind. And he said, well, they have a witness. And then he slips up because he then says the witness is one of the vendors. So if I was Victor Majola and I always hung out that building, I would know roughly which of those vendors it is. Right? Or am I wrong? But the point I'm getting at is, how do we know it's a witness and not an informer, paid informer, that is implicating Victor Majola? I'm just going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for watching. Let's discuss this further in the comment section. Remember, house rules, like, comment, and subscribe. I absolutely love it when you do. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.